So, Havok, formed in 2004, recently released their fifth album, and this is the first album of theirs I've ever listened to. So, what do I think? Well, first of all, that is a fucking gnarly album cover. Look at that. You know what this reminds me of? One of the Pirates of the Caribbean films. What's that bloody terrible actor's name? British one, Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Orlando Bloom. Remember Orlando Bloom's character? His dad was on that ship. Was it Davy Jones? Kind of like a kidnapped victim. Stuck in the decks, the lower decks, and they were all slowly becoming like the sea monsters and stuff. That's what this reminds me of. As you can see, he's got some like mushrooms or something growing out of his collarbone. He's got cheek missing, an eye missing. The flesh is coming off his hands. Yeah, that's a really cool album cover. Straight away, that's eye catching. Makes you want to know what the hell's this album about. And I've listened to this album probably about 5 or 6 times now. Oh, fuck. That was really loud. Excuse me, it's Friday night, I've had a few drinks. But yeah, about 5 or 6 times I've listened through this album. I don't like to rush album reviews. I don't like to give it the quick once over and give my opinions on it based on one listen. I think that's unfair. I think some things take time to develop. Some could instantly get you. That'd be great, but after a few listens, they might not be as good. Anyway, Havok. Listened to this album quite a few times. Got a good feeling on this album, but that this is going to stick with me for quite a while. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs that I could easily put in my playlist and that'll be there forever. Which is really good because most albums is 1 or 2 songs that are really good and the rest are just okay. This one's got 5 really good fucking songs. And that's not to say the others are bad. They're good songs too, but there's 5 standout bloody songs. And that's first song, Post-Truth Era. The 4th song, Ritual of the Mind. That's probably my favourite on this album. Phantom Force. And there's... excuse me if I butcher the pronunciation, but... Panpsychism? Either way, or even if I haven't pronounced it right in either of those, whatever it's called, really good song. And Don't Do It, the last song. Longest song on the album, but really good song, worth the listen. All these songs are worth the listen, really, apart from maybe you could argue Dabsog. Dabsog, it's about 1 minute and 13 seconds long, I think. It's not really a song, it's just I wouldn't even call it an instrumental, it's just there. That one you could skip if you wanted to, but, I've never skipped it, so obviously it means something, if you like to listen to albums in full, you won't skip it. It's just not a standout song because it's not a song. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, so my first thoughts on listening to Havok, I really like the vocalist. He reminded me of, I kind of got a Creator feeling when listening to this. I thought, he kind of has that, that more growly, kind of thrash metal sound that I really like, that Creator have. So that was my first thoughts. In Don't Do It, there's a clean vocal that's really good. I don't know much about Havok, so I don't know if it's the lead singer or if it's like a guitarist adding those clean vocals in, but those are really good as well. The riffs on some of these songs are outstanding. Ritual of the Mind. I tried cooking. I was cooking my girlfriend an egg at the time, and it went tits up because I just started getting into it and I shook the pan by accident and the yolk went everywhere and oh god, it looked like a vomit mess, but I had fun anyway. case you wanted to know what I'm drinking, I'm being a bit fruity today. Raspberry vodka with my Pepsi Max. It's by J.J. Whiteley, this raspberry. It's really nice. I'd recommend it. I won't do a review on it because it's not actually mine, so I shouldn't really be drinking it. But anyhow, what else have I got to say about this album? Tracks are really good, bits are really good, vocals are really good, the drum work's excellent, there's some guitar licks in there I'm really excited about. If you open up the case though, there's something I hadn't seen in quite a few years actually. The patch. I almost forgot. Some bands actually give you some free shit. A lot of albums recently, either they've had nothing in, or at most it's like some really shitty stickers, or a really crappy poster that's, part of the cover, and it's like, I want my album to have a cover. I don't want to have to sacrifice it for the poster. I'm in my 30s. I don't do posters anymore. When I was a younger man, stick them all over my bedroom wall. That's cool. But I'm in my 30s. I've got a family. I'm not in charge of what goes on the walls in the bedroom, and there's no way I'm going to get a poster on the wall. So getting a patch, hey, good touch. I miss patches. Should really start another battle vest. I had one years ago, but I'm way too big for it. Plus, I moved quite a few times, and I have no idea where it is now. I probably left it in my last flat. So it's either been chucked away, burnt, or some smackheads wearing it. But yeah. So that was a nice bonus. That was a nice surprise. I was seriously like, oh my god, yeah, a patch. Look, I forgot bands used to do this all the time. It's a rare thing now. You usually have to buy like a vinyl or something for 30 quid to get one. I will definitely be checking out more material by them. I'm interested in their previous albums. I think the last album was 2017. So this wasn't rushed, which is cool. Of course, 5 albums. They've been around since 2004. How long is that? 2004. So I've been around about 16 years and released 5 albums. So they clearly don't rush their music, which is a good thing. They take the time and they wait until the album's ready to be released. That's what I'm getting off this album anyway. This is really solid. I fucking love this album. That's why I've not rushed to review it, because I wanted to listen to it enough to really get a feel on it and just enjoyed myself. Because I always think if I'm going to do an album review, I've just got to listen to the album over and over, and then once I've done the review and I know which album I'm going to do next, I then start listening to that one. So I've kind of been postponing that because I didn't want to stop listening to this. I've had it in my car, it's on my iPod now, it's on the laptop, CD player in here for me to put this on when I'm doing the cooking. So yeah, I said 5 or 6 times in full, but I've also listened to like random songs over and over, especially Ritual of the Mind. I've played that probably in double figures by now. Really good song, one of my favourites. Like I say, it's favourite on this album, but it's one of my favourite songs of the year. So if you're a thrash metal fan, definitely check out this album. If you're a Havok fan, you're probably not going to be disappointed. Like I say, it's my first Havok album, so I have no idea what their previous stuff is like. Going to give it a go, see how it feels compared to this. I don't know if this is the usual, like, yeah, this is Havok as Havok, or if this is something different. Is it good different, bad different? I don't know. Let me know if you're a fan of Havok. Tell me, what do you think of this album? Is this a normal sound? Is this something different? Is this one of their better albums, one of the worst albums? Let me know. I'd definitely like to check out more of their material. Obviously, I've got other stuff to review. There's a lot of decent stuff coming out this year. I'm really impressed. I don't think I've heard a bad album yet. But anyway, I've kept this going quite a while, and I need to drink more of my vodka. anything else I want to say about this album? This is probably about the same length as Titans of Creation and Lamb of God's album. They're all in about the 40 odd minute marker. This one goes by really fast to me. Like I said, the last song, Don't Do It, I think that's the longest one. And even then, that's probably only about 8 minutes or something like that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks, but only 10 of them are songs. Yeah. It goes by really quick, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. But yeah, I rate this album. This is easily a 8 out of 10. I think Titans Creation was a 9 out of 10. This is an 8 out of 10. It's not quite as good. It's not quite there. It's very fucking close. And that's coming from me. I'm a massive testament. I've got nearly all their albums. I think there's only a couple that I didn't bother getting. Whereas this is my first Havok album, and it's really fucking good. I'm really impressed by that. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this album? Please like, subscribe, and try not to get too drunk tonight. I know I will, but shit happens. Peace.